Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making fish tacos, so stay tuned and we'll get started. The first thing you want to do is get your salsa going. The first thing I did is start roasting 1/8 of a yellow onion. I roasted about 5 green tomatillos. These were kind of small, so I did go ahead and use 2 medium-sized Roma tomatoes. And to add some spice, I did also add 3 chiles de árbol. I added 2 fresh garlics and also 1 medium-sized chile serrano. And yeah, you basically just want to go ahead and keep turning them until they are charred. The first ones to be ready are going to be the chile de árbol, so you want to go ahead and remove them and make sure to remove the stem because you might forget to do so later on. And as far as everything else, just go ahead and keep turning them. The tomatillos should be turning like a light green and then they will be ready. But as things are finishing up being roasted, like in this instance the garlic, you want to go ahead and just keep removing them and setting them aside until all of them are completely cooked. So yeah, and you might also notice that your onion will start to fall apart. That is totally fine. Just go ahead and keep roasting all the pieces separately. And the last ones to be ready will be the tomatillos. So just go ahead and set them aside once they are done. And then we are ready to go ahead and add them to our blender. So yeah, you want to go ahead and add everything back to your blender. And you will not be needing to add any water because the tomatillos and the tomatoes have enough juice in them to go ahead and make this a chunky salsa, which is what I was aiming for. So yeah, just be careful that you're not that you remove all of the stems from all your chilies. And I did go ahead and season this with 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And I gave this just a few pulses because I did want this to be a chunky salsa for my fish tacos. And when it was ready, I do like to serve this in a salsa serving platter so everybody can add as much as they'd like according to their preference. And I did also make a quick pico de gallo. I'm sure that you guys know how to do that. And I added that to my bowl right here. And yeah, the next step is the Chipotle Mayo. And it's pretty simple, you guys. Just like the name says, Chipotle Mayo. It is just 2 ingredients. You want to do equal parts. So use your favorite mayonnaise. If you want to use the olive kind, those are great too. Just make sure that you use equal parts. You will be needing 1 little tin can of the chipotle peppers. Use only the sauce. And yeah, just give that a good mix and it will be good to go. I did also use a little bit of cabbage. I went ahead and shredded that, and to season that I just added a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh squeezed lime juice. And you want to do that to go ahead and give it some flavor, but also to soften it up because it can be kind of tough, but it's really good for you. So go ahead and take the extra step. And I did go ahead and start heating up my cooking oil to fry my fish. But we do need our batter, which is 1 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I did go ahead and I gave that a very good mix, and then I added 1 egg. Now for the beer, this is the one that I use. You can use basically any kind of beer. If you are abstaining, just use mineral water, you guys. And just add a little as you go along. You want to go ahead and mix it. What we're aiming for is like a pancake batter consistency. So you want it to be thick, but not too thick. So you guys get me, right? So this is what we are aiming for. And the fish that I am using today is mahi-mahi, and but you can use any type of fish. So whatever you feel comfortable making for your family, go ahead and use it. I like to cut mine into thin strips, and then I do test my frying oil by adding a toothpick. If it bubbles, it is ready, and then we can start frying our fish, and you do not want to overcrowd your pan, you guys, because that does drop the temperature, which is bad because then you start steaming your fish, and you definitely don't want to do that because then your batter will separate from the fish. So in order to avoid that, just do a few at a time. I do about 3 to 4 max, and I cook them for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until golden. So depending on how hot your oil is, just go ahead and gouge that. But basically this is the color that we are looking for. And as soon as they are done frying, I did set them aside on a cooling rack. I added some salt, that way it melts directly onto the hot fish. And now we are ready to assemble our tacos. So I heated up some flour tortillas, and yeah, the first thing I like to add is my chipotle mayo, and this stuff is so good, you guys. And this, putting it at the bottom, it helps anchor all the ingredients that you're gonna add. So next I added my cabbage, which is again seasoned with some lime and some salt, and then I added my pieces of fish. You can go ahead and cut these up, but I like my tacos to look fully loaded, so I did go ahead and add 1 full piece, that way everybody could get filled up. And yeah, the next step that I added was a little bit of that fresh pico, which we always need that. Not only is it very colorful and it gives it a great look, but it tastes great. And then my roasted tomato salsa, you guys, this stuff is bomb. If you have leftover, go ahead and add it to your breakfast eggs, make breakfast tacos. That is like my favorite thing to eat. And then why not, I did add some extra chipotle mayo on top. And you guys, if my voice sounds kind of rough, I do have a sore throat, so I apologize about that. But back to my tacos, I did also garnish with some fresh cilantro and a little bit, and I mean a little bit, of cotija. This is not my favorite cheese, but I think with this dish, it pairs perfect. So I added just a tiny bit. And you guys, this is it. These are the finished tacos. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.